What is up, YouTube? Today is the day. Season 5 patch is dropping. We've got some patch notes finally, so we're going to just run through them and see what kind of changes to expect with this coming update. Make sure to update your game tonight, by the way. We've got Season 5 Battle Pass. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. You can always check that out in-game. You know they're going to make sure it pops up in your face over and over anyway. So, you know. Performance. Address an issue causing poor performance on Xbox One consoles. Was kind of hoping they address some performance and server issues overall with PC, Xbox, PlayStation, everybody, because it's been horrid the past couple weeks. So let's pray that maybe they just didn't mention it. Customization. Improved quality of first-person arm textures on the Jeans Ghost. Removed incompatibility under barrel from... Alright, so just minor customization stuff with operator. No big deal there. So for the map, we've got Urzikstan. The big map's finally getting some love. We do have Superstore coming. If you haven't seen the advertisements for that, well, now you know. Urzikstan is going to be near military base out in one of the open fields. It's going to be pretty popular. Hot drop, I'm assuming. But it's got a couple changes. I mean, it's still Superstore from Verdansk, but it's got some zip lines and some new little entryways and whatnot. But, you know, hop in and enjoy that. Try to get some high kills. I bet people will show Big Map a little bit of love. All right, new modes. New modes. Are these W? Let's see. Superstore Resurgence, limited time mode. We've got a 28 player count and it's quads. Each match is 10 minutes. That's going to be pretty crazy, pretty packed. Probably a lot of sweaty people, but hop in and see if you enjoy it. For a playlist update, we've got it right here, July 24th through 31st. We've got Superstore Resurgence for quads on Urzikstan. Ranked play trios, plunder quads. Hopping out, we've got Battle Royale, solo, duos, trios, and quads on Urzikstan, finally. So tell that one friend that you haven't been playing with, he can finally play with you guys. Resurgence for Rebirth Island, solos, duos, and quads. And a rotation for trios. I think that's actually a pretty big win for us. I don't know if you guys are tired of Rebirth. I'm not personally, but... All right, getting down to general updates. It looks like we've got some Warzone rewards, new camas, blueprints, and cosmetics. 16 new challenges divided into 4 categories. Earn the sports icon weapon blueprint by completing all the challenges. It's for the Bruin. Maybe that means they're going to update the Bruin because it's got a lot of cool blueprints, but it is just very mid. So for all maps and all the modes, we've got some new gameplay features. Redeploy drone beacon, field upgrade. Veterans may remember what we used to call the portable redeploy balloon. It has returned with a fresh coat of paint and added functionalities. You can call in a redeploy drone whenever or wherever you want to relocate your team quickly. It's a light object that can be thrown quite far. Beware, enemies can destroy the beacon or drone at all times. So I think they had this in Call Dare, if I remember correctly. Kind of a throwback to help you get around the map quicker, which is really good in big map to help you hunt down teams. So it looks like, guys, on all maps and all modes, you now have that redeploy balloon that replaces the personal redeploy drone in the buy station. Limited stock of 2, costs $4,000, and you can't get this on Vondale. Interesting. And Resurgence Specialist has been added to buy stations. There's only 1 per buy station. It costs $30K, excluding ranked. Handgun attachments have been refreshed for your redeploy weapons. I'm assuming just your default, what you spawn in with. Updated a few primary weapons supplied later into matches. So you'll be getting some different loadouts when you come back later in the match. Public events, the introduction of bounty contests reduces the chances of the following. Occupation scan on Rebirth, thank God. Rogue signal on Fortune's Keep. All right, new weapons, new weapons. We've got the new SMG, static HV, bring compact lethality to the battlefield with the small SMG chambered in 5.7. The weapon boasts a high fire rate and significant ammo capacity with a base of 50 rounds. So if I had to guess, this is going to be similar to like the Blixen, I think is what it was called, where high capacity magazine, probably hits like a truck and fires really fast. So you're going to want to make sure you level that up pretty quick. Looks like the STG is making a return, which we all knew. Chambered in 7.92. This is hard-hitting primary weapon. If it's anything like it was in Vanguard or Warzone integration, it is going to be awesome. Very accurate and still hits pretty consistent. All right, this is the part I've been excited waiting on to see if they do anything with this meta to bump the ARs up or, you know, something, because right now ARs just feel almost non-existent. MCW lower torso modifier increased to 1.1 up from 1. This brings the TTK as the upper torso and arms, leading more consistent long-range engagements. Not sure if that'll be felt much. Max damage range increased to 36 meters, up from 31. So they just gave a buff basically to the damage range for the SVA. Here, BAL, max damage range increased, decreased recoil, decreased overall recoil, decreased recoil. So looks like we got a buff for the BAL. It may be viable now. MTZ 556, near to mid damage range increased to 60 meters, up from 50. That means you'll be able to shoot it a little further. 60 meters may be the token. I'd be on the lookout for this being your go-to now. It was already pretty solid, but now that it's got a little more damage, it might be more consistent. The M4 from Modern Warfare 2 getting some love. Minimum damage increase to 21, up from 17. Near damage increase to 24. Max damage range increase to 30, up from 25. So that looks like it could be interesting with a damage buff, but the range on it, I feel like still going to struggle a little bit. And if they didn't change the visual recoil on it, I still doubt many people are going to be using many Modern Warfare 2 guns, but it may be more enjoyable now. We'll see. Sounds like it might be more of a rebirth gun. BASB max damage range increased to 40 meters, up from 35, so it'll feel a little bit better. TAC V leg modifier increased to 0.9. All right, submachine guns. Surely the Super E got a nerf. Let's see. AMR-9 max damage range increased, near mid damage range increase. So AMR is going to be hitting like a freight train. FJX Horus max damage range decreased. So not really sure why they touched the Horus. It was not really overpowered in my opinion, but you know, hey, they felt that it was, so they nerfed it into the ground, it looks like. The Super E, this is the one we've been waiting on. Decreased movement speed, barely. Decreased crouch movement speed, barely. Decreased sprint speed, barely. And decreased ADS movement speed. I'm really not sure why there's no damage range decrease on it, because right now it outperforms a lot of ARs at mid-range. So that's kind of strange, and they've got to be seeing the metrics of everybody using a Super E, but I guess not. Mini Bach from Modern Warfare 2 got a damage increase. Okay. Damage increase. Basically, across the board buff for that. PDSW, the P90 mid damage increased slightly. So might see some Modern Warfare 2 guns get some love here. The MP7 was actually doing okay already, so it got a slight buff as well. Vaznev, interesting, getting a damage increase as well. So all my Modern Warfare 2 lovers, get ready to jump back into it with these guns. Bruin, max damage range increased to 36 meters, up from 31. And I hope this makes it a little more viable, but the visual shake that it has on its scopes is just really annoying. Holger 26, lower torso modifier decreased to 1, down from 1.1. You know, this note they have here is that the Holger 26 is overperforming, and I feel like we just see things differently. I feel like a lot more guns should be performing on par with where the Holger was. The Pulemont 762 max damage range increased, upper lower increased. TAC Eradicator minimum damage increase. Okay, maybe they did, you know, boost some of these guns. TAC Eradicator sounds like it might be pretty solid. TAC Evolver got a slight buff. So Pulemont and Eradicator may be pretty solid. Bruin maybe. Shotguns, fix inconsistent damage, increase the rate of fire, so that, you know, slightly faster. The KV broadside decreased vertical recoil by 20%. Looks like they nerfed the Glock and made it much slower, which is very interesting nerf. Haven't run into too many people slapping me around with that. Sledgehammer, decreased movement speed by 22% and decreased heavy swing melee. Okay. All right, getting down to Warzone rank play, Resurgence, yada, 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 earn rewards. These rewards look meh, but, you know, hey, we will still be trying to grind it a little bit here. All right, UI changes, dynamic gas mask overlay, quality of life. The gas mask overlay will now fade in and out depending on if you're in gas or not. That's actually pretty sick. This way, players can equip the gas mask at any time without having their vision impacted. Reinforcement flare, we added a reminder in the HUD whenever your squad mate is eliminated and you have a reinforcement flare. Hopefully that's not overbearing, but that's kind of cool for your randoms that never buy you back. Infill parachute, added the parachute camera perspective setting to the console graphics menu. The setting allows players to change between first and third person while parachuting during the initial infill. That's kind of cool. Bug fixes. Fix an issue preventing the find a party feature. Everybody's been asking for that one. So W. Fix several issues causing crashes and errors. Hopefully that's a W and they mean the server. Fix an issue causing vehicle icons to be larger. Fix an issue plunder, preventing the down icon. Backup pistol to remain in the player's hands while entering a boat. Specialist perk pack from updating the currently holding section in a buy station. Fix an issue player to get booted to the main menu while in the gunsmith. I really hope this is such a small change, but God, that would be lovely. Fix an issue causing a player to be kicked out of private match lobby when looking at a player profile. Causing text to overlap on a redacted weapons loot card. Well, those are all the changes, guys. Feel free to drop in the comments if you think that's a W or an L. I think there was some good changes. I don't know if it was enough as far as the meta's concerned, but overall, I think it's going to be a good season. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to the page. Help us reach that 1,000 sub mark, and tune in on Twitch as we stream 3 days a week, usually around 10 p.m. Eastern, and we will see you in the next one.